What's up, guys? Wiggy here, workingclassfitness.com. Wanted to take a second and shoot another response or follow-up video to one of my prior Tabata interval videos I made. A friend of mine on Facebook, a guy by the name of James Smith, runs the Animal Ability discussion board and the Animal Ability exercise and fitness group on Facebook. Check it out, good stuff. He had seen one of my prior Tabata interval videos, and he had asked what my opinion was of jumping rope, rope skipping, and or running agility ladders for Tabatas. Would either one of those activities be good to use with the Tabata protocol? And for the most part, really my answer is going to be no on both counts. Now, you could run into a potential, kind of perfect storm of events that would allow you to use either one of those to the utmost capability and actually take advantage of the Tabata protocol with either one of those. I mean, theoretically it's possible, but 99.99999 plus % of the time, it's just not going to happen, and I'll explain why. Now, first of all, for rope skipping, the issue you're going to run into is many people are just going to have a lack of coordination. I know me, I'm not exactly the most graceful dude out there, so I know if I wanted to do rope skipping for Tabatas, one of the biggest problems I would have would just be the fact, could I get through all 8 rounds of 20 seconds, especially as I got fatigued, without tripping up? And if you can't, then that takes the entire Tabata protocol and just shoots it in the ass anyway. So if you, you're not absolutely certain that you could do that, that you could, get through all those rounds without tripping up or anything else along those lines, then you know what, then you're kind of done right there. The other issue with rope skipping is really whether or not you can just work hard enough. Now, you got to remember, again, going back to some of the stuff I've said before in prior videos about Tabatas, you have to be working at this absolute hardcore breakneck kick-ass pace, this intense speed. Remember the original study, 170% of VO2 max. Not that you've got to be able to measure that per se, but it's just the idea that you're working that hard. I mean, just an absolute maximum, holy shit, I'm about to die type effort level. And I don't think that rope skipping is going to really allow you to work that hard. Now, especially if you're not coordinated enough. And the issue you're going to run into with the coordination versus, the intensity, because the intensity for rope skipping will be, can be hard for a lot of people. I don't think it's hard enough. For instance, if you were to compare rope skipping to going out and, let's say, sprinting and running just as absolutely hard and as fast as you possibly can, I think you would still be working harder, let's say, during the sprinting than you would the rope skipping. But, to compare the two, because the two go hand in hand, the coordination versus how hard you work, as you get better at one, you're going to actually decrease the other. So, really, unless you're just a naturally coordinated, gifted person that can skip rope, really, really well without any trouble, you're going to get better, you're going to get more coordinated, you're going to get better at actually the action or the movement of rope skipping the more you do it. The more you do it, the more in shape you're going to get. And the more in shape you are, the harder you have to work, and generally the longer you have to work, the more you're not going to be able to work hard enough within a 20-second interval. An example that comes to my mind is a guy like, let's say, Ross Enemite. That dude is just a fucking beast with a jump rope. I mean, you watch videos of that guy, and that guy is just, the man, with a speed rope. But, can even he, as good as he is, with the kind of shape he's in, do, skip rope hard enough and fast enough to, hit that kind of effort and intensity level in only 20 seconds? And really, the answer is no. Now, that doesn't mean rope skipping can't be beneficial. That doesn't mean you can't use it to improve your conditioning or anything else like that. I liken it to something like burpees. They're both great workouts. They can be very intense. They both can greatly tax your conditioning. It's just that neither one of them are very well suited toward the Tabata protocol, and there are other protocols, there are other methods and time periods and such that you could use that would behoove you a lot more instead of trying to utilize the Tabata protocol. And that you're just not going to be able to work hard enough within just that short 20-second time frame even repeated, that overall the short amount of volume you're doing, a total of only 4 minutes worth of work, it's just not gonna it's just not gonna be enough. So rope skipping is something really I would just kind of put to the side as far as Tabatas are used, and I would find a different protocol if you want to implement rope skipping into your conditioning program. As far as the agility ladder goes, the issue with that is there's a lot of issues with it, really. You have to slow down as you go through an agility ladder if you're comparing that to, let's say, just running straight ahead as fast as possible. And that's so that your feet can go back and forth, or do whatever kind of a footwork drill it is. The problem you have then is you're not moving as much. You've got a portion of your body moving. Your feet are moving back and forth. You're using your hips and your legs and this and that. However, you're not projecting your body through air or through space as fast as you possibly can. So while you are reducing your workload in one sense, you're increasing it in another, in that you're not going forward as fast. However, your feet, let's say, and your legs or lower body are doing more work to go back and forth, or to do whatever kind of footwork drills they are, compared to just scissoring back and forth when you run. However, the reduction in intensity in one area is not made up for in the increased intensity in another, in that you are dropping your work output level when you're not running straight ahead as fast as you can. However, even though you're increasing that work output level by moving your feet back and forth and doing these different footwork patterns, the differences aren't commensurate, in that you aren't raising the work output level with the footwork drills as much as you are lowering it with as much as you have to slow down, in terms of comparing that to how fast you would normally run. The other big issue with agility ladders is simply just the distance. Most agility ladders aren't that long. How far are you going to get in 20 seconds? Are you going to, you would conceivably have to have a very long agility ladder, because what happens if you get to all the way to the end of your agility ladder within 20 seconds? If you turn around and come back, then you're totally screwing up in terms of not being able to compress as much work as possible into that 20 seconds, because you're spending part of that time turning around. Even if you had a really long agility ladder, let's say you had 3 or 4 of them lined up back to back to back, you were out on, let's say, a football field or something like that. At the end of your first round, you're going to go for 20 seconds, and you're going to be so far along that line of agility ladders. Well, now you've got to rest for 10 seconds. But the problem is now you're not at the beginning of that length of agility ladders anymore. Are you going to have enough enough room to go for 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 20 seconds over the course of those 8 rounds? And the answer is just going to be no. So again, it is conceivable, if you weren't in good shape and you had miles of agility ladders or something like that. Again, theoretically, it is possible to have this kind of perfect storm of events to come together to where agility ladders could potentially be good, but I just wouldn't use it, and I would, it'd just be a lot easier just to go out and just run, do sprints or something like that. So that's it for this video. Hope that helps, and hope that clarifies a couple more, or a little bit more, on a couple more potential exercises or movements you could do with the Tabata intervals. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like and share this video on Facebook, tweet it out on Twitter, and don't forget to hit up my newsletter list. You'll see a link at the end of this video. Hit up that link, enter in your email address. I'll send you, let you know when all the new YouTube videos come out. I'll send you tips and advice several times a week on how to get stronger, improve your conditioning, get in fighting shape, that kind of stuff. And I'll even shoot you a free sample of Working Class Fitness Killer MMA workouts. Sound good? All right, we'll see you in the next video.